Hello world, this is Zan playing Abysia, and Stairway to Eternity is going to be turn number 42. I do want to start by absolutely apologizing. I didn't mean to leave you guys on a cliffhanger, but the video is getting long. I kept saying this is when the battle is going to happen. I'm going to keep saying that this is when the battle is going to happen. I'm just going to go through everything else first, and then I'll check and I'll hope that this is the Battle of Pangaea that I remember that was absolutely awesome to watch. So with that said, we cast a bunch more Infernal Breeding. We teleport my god somewhere. Clearly not into a battle. See, we find a magic site in Andraste. I don't want to go to it because I don't want to spoil it. So a maze and a starlit pond. I think a maze is +2 astral and this is +1 astral. Great, because I need to dispel this stupid Wrath of God that keeps killing my disease healers. So I need all the astral I can get because nobody else wants to help. And then we kick a bunch of tridents out of our lake by assassinating their dudes and then shooing them out. I need every bit of income I can get. Some random event. Cured someone from diseases, lack of supplies, and stone heavens. Whoops. And okay, let's go. Please be the battle. Yes. All right. So we have a bunch of birds. These stupid little birds are the bane of any unarmored mage's existence. A bunch of archers, a front line of elite soldiers, which these themselves are very good troops, and they have all these experience stars. So imagine like 15 attack value for 23 swing, 16 defense. A great unit right here. And then the elephant in the room is this over here. This big stack of half-glamored mages, Mukaribs. This is an artillery battery right here. All these guys with glamour, they might as well look like a big, World War One, World War Two style artillery gun. Because if you remember by now, still, the bless for Naba is Farcaster, so this can reach. The other guys, these little S1s, especially they've been weakened and wounded or whatever, with one pearl, well, Brother Sickness, who is the player from our boss, saw this big communion. They're also S1. Some of them are S2. Okay, good. This guy doesn't have it, and the Pretender God doesn't have it. So what's going to happen here on turn 1 is Magic Duel. Magic Duel is you're going to get your S1 with a Pearl, and you're essentially going to roll a dice. Each side, you and another Astral Mage is going to roll a d6, and you're going to add your unbuffed Astral level. So items don't matter. And then whoever gets the higher number wins and doesn't die. So if it's the guy initiating the magic duel, he kills the other dude. If it's the other guy, he survives and goes on as he wills. This is really good when you have cheaper astral mages, and you can really interrupt communions, the communions of other nations. Because now maybe they were balanced, maybe they were kind of on the knife's edge, where maybe this will survive to the end of the battle, maybe it won't. But all of a sudden you lose half your slaves or even some of your masters, you're in trouble. To that end, we also have this big supercaster who's probably going to cast like Storm, and then everyone's going to Storm Power, and they're going to Lightning Strike. And then you have the Pretender God, who with these paths likely is going to Foul Vapors. That one Death Gem is probably to do like Soul Vortex, since she's Death too. And then she's just going to go out there and fight things. With Divine Shield, Frostbrand, Trident to push things off, Storm Spool so that the Thunder Strike from the rest of the mages don't shock her, and it also shocks, like, none of these troops are sacred. So as they hit her, they'll take this 1 armor negating damage, which stuns them. Pretty good chassis overall. Pretty good. And these dogs that they hit a lot. Yeah, so it's pretty cool chick. She's gonna go out and do things. Let's watch what happens. Communion? Nah. Magic Duel. Literally wiped out half his mages. Half of his mages just gone. Magic Duel right there. That doesn't even show as like as a thing here. If we go to his, wiped out half of his Mukaribs. But yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to affect this army more because this one was depending on their communion, whereas this army, and this is kind of what you do when you have these mutual destruction spells, uh, you just prep for them better than the enemy does. I've been called a madman for casting bloodletting on my own army as a human, but I know it's coming. I'm gonna cast anti-magic. I'll cast astral healing. The enemy won't. I mean, they might cast anti-magic. You probably should cast that every fight, but maybe they won't cast it as early as I will. Or even if they do, I'm still also casting astral healing to kind of keep my troops alive. Hey, like, hey, sorry I drained your blood, but here's some hit points back. So this army, half their or more than half of their Mukaribs probably did that magic duel. You see it like popping up here. The rest of them seem to be casting cheat fate, and maybe they'll cast luck, and maybe they'll cast ethereal or whatever, and they're just here to keep the rest of these mages alive, which don't need a communion to be a good mage. Look at this. Just a casual Fire 5. I mean, Phoenix Power, right? Yeah, okay. Like these mages don't need communions to do things. See, like this Astral one, now you can Magic Duel her, and that would suck. These Astral ones would suck if they got Magic Dueled. But yeah, big beefy mages, they don't need communions to work. All right, back to the battle. So to make things worse, now the birds land. So whatever mages, so the gaps made by the mages are now filled with birds, and whatever mages just finished casting Communion Master or whatever are now getting attacked by birds. This one's almost dead. That was from a bow. So they haven't even had a chance to cast something to keep themselves alive. Mistform, Iron Skin, whatever the heck. And then even these guys are getting hit by these dive attacks. For a time, look at this. Random bird hit rolled 20. This chick is bleeding, so she's gonna die. And then that happens. That is Smokeless Flame. So it's a very long range attack by the that's unique to the Nabal line. Smokeless Flame up here. It's very long range. It's gonna hit the square for like 55 armor piercing fire damage. It's almost like a Bane Fire. And then, unlike Bane Fire, which is going to do a magic resistance check around it to decay things, this just straight up is going to light you on fire. Yeah, so that entire army just... The formation's gone, the mages are almost all dead, the soldiers have been wiped out by the artillery fire. Did Colossi survive? Oh, he didn't get hit. Don't say.
That's a pretty good combo there, though.
And that's a pretty good saving grace right there, especially as a super combatant, being able to cast Howl. You've already seen my Pretender God use Howl to just throw off evocations and archers. You see, like here, they're shooting at all these wolves rather than at anything important. The problem also is that there's nothing important to shoot at. And then Foul Vapors is going to go off for the rest of it. And I don't think... Okay, these guys do have poison resistance. So they did cast... Yeah, you had this chick probably casting Poison Ward. And then she's routing. That's unfortunate. If this chick would have stuck around and just stayed in this fight, I think it would have been deadlier to the Nibaean army. Even some of the mages with 10 PR might have died. Because at this range, with what she's regenerating, if she didn't get HP routed, I think she would have just stood there. Oh, she tuckered out now or something? Oh, she's fatigued out. Good. Yeah, she just sits there. I think she can survive and win. Okay, see, as the poison doesn't work on the rest of the army, as the wolves come in, and to keep distracting the artillery fire. Oh, she wakes up. Yeah, she wakes up and runs off the field. Big X. That was a great battle. I was very shocked watching this. The absolute devastation that the Nebaean forces did with that artillery in the background, and the magic duels. Traded a lot of Mukaribs, but he absolutely destroyed and manhandled the Phasian game plan. Um, the saving grace being the Dracaena kind of hanging back and wiping out a bunch of other crap with the Foul Vapors and Howl combo. Very well done, this fight. And that's pretty much the turn. Spent a long time on that battle, but like, the thing was fire. Pun intended. All right, let's go on to turn 43. Okay, search more blood slaves. We have a battle in Stone Heavens. There will be many battles on this stupid fort. That is where I brought my god. I drew a line in the sand and I said, I am taking this fort, whether you want me to or not. Okay, and then, yep, I go inside and it looks like I lit one of my gnomes on fire again. What? There's no way. Oh, but he's diseased. Okay, he heals himself. Clever gnome. So, oh, did he just get shot by... Okay, good so far. I don't think I had the habit yet, trying to protect my mages. So yeah, I think he gets shot in the face. Yep, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, and then that means him coming out of Stone Heavens. This was him just trying to get his troops out. Okay. More units killed from Wrath of the Skies, or Wrath of Gods, whatever it's called. Okay. Disease in Stone Heaven. Kills the Beast Trainer. I think this is the Beast Trainer that I've had the entire game with Divine Whip. It's annoying. We finally build the fort over here in the Forest of Spine to have more of a zone of control on these provinces. Phasia is completely done for in terms of Old Pangaea. This isn't Agrippa's capital, but he's protecting it like it is instead of, attacking Asphodel. Good on him. And yeah, not a very eventful turn 43. So let's skip over to 44. More fire gems. More frontal bleeding. Blood feast, probably prevent dying from disease or remove some stuff. More wrath of gods. The worst. Other than that, it's mainly just me casting Infernal Breeding over here, getting as many reinforcements as I can, and keeping them off of Stone Heavens, which is only kept afloat thanks to this gnome. My Pretender God himself has disease and is also providing supplies. And I'm just trying to get Nature Maze and have something of a force here, but really have the majority of them over here in Warshin. Finally set up a second blood hunting operation, although this is blood hunting for babies, since it's only using blood 2s, who look like they're getting hit by lightning. Mainly because I think I just needed my research to, I needed my research to be existent. And me kind of being on the warpath, but also having labs in the main provinces I'm fighting in so my guys can research, is the only reason I think that I even have 400. It's crazy. Turn 44 and I only have 400 research. I'm ridiculously behind on everything and everybody. And even then, I have low research, but I also need to try to go up the blood tree, an additional magic tree. It's not a good combination. All right, let's go on to 45. Okay, more magic site, mazes. Oh, let's go ahead and confirm mages are astral 2 each. So I think I'm at 10 astral pearls. Ton of astral pearls. Fire, barely. Plus 8 fire, and that's 5 for my 5 for my capital. Absolute nonsense. I'm an astral nation now, and Earth a little bit, but I have Throne giving me that. Okay, we have another battle in Amerdon. where I try to raid again, and hopefully this time I don't get shot in the face by an arrow. Fire elementals are probably overkill, but you never know. Okay. Yeah, I'm just blazing through these turns. This is kind of a stare down here in Stone Heavens. The important thing you don't see is I'm sacrificing. By now, you probably have seen Lucid series. Just as an FYI, I think these were kind of happening concurrently. I was playing Pangea in Lucid's Ubar series, and this is pretty much what I was doing. I literally got every single temple I owned, every fort with every temple, and I stuck a dryad in it. I gave each dryad 2 blood slaves, and I said blood sacrifice, so that each temple was actually doing 3 temple checks. So over here, since I'm Abysia, I can pop up blood 3s, and now each temple can be worth 4 temple checks. But importantly, I've now got Dominion and Stone Heavens, a lot of it, and I'm pushing it hard through this guy's territory since he had such low amounts of it. What's going on here, though, in his capital is he's got his prophet or something, or he's preaching his capital. He's preaching his capital so he doesn't actually get dom killed. But for the most part, though, I'm pushing this crap out. This crappy Dominion with growth scales. No. Get that out of here. Shoo. Don't want you. Sacrificing up here too, because since the temple checks go everywhere, I kind of want to just push just general direction, the center middle. Over here, I've accepted that these provinces will never have any dominion. Even now that I'm getting the Forest of Pine, maybe a little bit of dominion. And very importantly, from this province, I can start recruiting Woodhenge Druids. And these are technically going to be my best researchers. It's terrifying, I know. On the plus side, by now, I should have started, forging lightless lanterns. Yes. Okay, so last turn I hit construction 6. Lightless lanterns, baby. Each one of these is literally a better researcher than this 185 gold mage. It's insane how bad their research is. I've learned so much. I had played early age Abysia and I had played late age Abysia. This is my first time doing middle age. I've learned so much in terms of how I would change this build. For one, it'd probably be the same Pretender God, but I probably would take him dormant because I'm not the kind of person I don't like rushing people in turn 12. Like I just kind of want to do my expansion. Shoo, I'll deal with you later. So I think I would take him dormant. And probably the very first thing of taking him dormant is I'll go get luck 3. And then whatever spare points I had, maybe I'll get some magic seals. And what else would I do? Maybe 1 tick in nature magic to get like magic poison resist 5. Oh, it's a whole thing. It's a whole discussion video. I would like bark skin is still going to be a thing in that bless, but I think I'd get rid of fate weaving and all. Screw that. I think I take fire shield and magic weapons. Even magic weapons, like you don't need magic weapons as Abysia. As Abysia, it's hard. It's difficult to require magic weapons as Abysia. You light things on fire. Fire is magic. Anyways, it's a whole other video, a whole other discussion. Yeah, turn 45 is going to be quick as well. Let's check our time. We're almost at 20 minutes. Let's do another one. 246. All right, so another magic site. Just keep those astral pearls coming in because I need to dispel this stupid global. Okay, we have a battle in Vilveros. So I'm just going out and raiding Asphodel. And it's kind of like, it's scary for him, me doing this, because if he sends out too big of a force, I can drop my god on him. What was I doing here? I guess I was just pinging it, and I don't think I had a scout or anything. I discovered this idiot. He normally does not have Astral Path, so he's been empowered twice. He's probably going to get powered again, so he can Magic Phase. So he's got 3 Frost Brands, and 3 of these Hateful Vines. And unlike the vines of the normal mannequins, these do damage. These do damage, and they raise you up as Mandragoras. So this guy is an absolute blender, and he is fire resistant because he has the red dragon scale mail. He's got fear, pierce resistant, which whatever, and he's sacred, so he's gonna have their little hard skin bless. Put him up to 9. He's got 2 helmets, and because it's the same helmet, it actually doesn't stack. It doesn't stack the cold resistance, and it doesn't stack the protection on it. That's actually kind of funny. But hey, both your heads are covered, buddy. But yeah, this guy is an absolute blender, and he makes me think how the heck I'm gonna how I'm gonna get rid of him. Obviously, there's no way I can't drop my fire elemental on this guy. That's a horrible idea. Oh, mind you, these hateful vines are length 4. They repel. They repel. Yeah, this is an absolute blender of a unit. Oh, and we see Grippa leave his capital. I mean his random province. He one turn pops it with all the humans. And these guys. Fuck. Tetlaki Huayni. I hope. I think these are multi-heroes. He has a bunch of them all on the front lines. That's wild. These are his cap only, this Quaddles. Oh! Oh, this is God. Okay. That's a cap only. That's his God. Jeez. That thing's powerful. Oh, but it's only Astral 4. And then his Bless, Magic Weapons, Chakras, Defense Skill 1. That's probably Swiftness. Yeah, Combat Speed. Strength and Bark Skin. Okay. I mean, Strength and Bark Skin, that's legit. 18 Pra on this shirtless dude. That's yeah, this is legit. This is a good bless. Okay. Checks out. That would be devastating to me. 234 Eagle Warriors. That would spook me too. And that's in Mammoth Grove. Okay, so yeah, at this point we've got Asphodel's kind of hemmed in his little capital. I can't retake these provinces because Nabal took them and Statistic this one. But I have my little raiding force. This guy's a disease, so it's a one-way trip. And he's just going to pick up as many of these little provinces as he can. And as we look at that, we got Asphodel down to 1 candle. 1 candle. Obviously, he still has all the candles over here. 1 candle. Not shown here. I think I pressed the button for it. There you go. Yeah, there's a throne here. If I can take that throne, now I have a source of dominion coming out from the other direction. Take out this little zone of Asphodels, and then his capital, and then he'd be gone. But I think now that it got down to 1 dominion, I think he realized what I'm doing with the blood sacrificing. So now he's going to start preaching that right back up. Over here, I recruited the cavalry here in this highlands because I didn't want to recruit him here and then have Asphodel move a big army in. I expected Asphodel to actually kind of send a tiny raiding force here, and then I'd counter with the cavalry. At least that was the plan. So let's see, in Stone Heavens, we patrol and we find a crap ton of scouts. Unfortunately, the Asphodel scouts with the that stupid item that I can never remember what it's called. This one, Bayman Charm. They get away. But if you check how he's holding it, this guy costs like 5 death gems? I don't remember how many death gems to get this guy out, and then he's got to build the Bayman Charms for 5. Ugh. It's so expensive to do this nonsense, and all it does is like piss people off. Made even worse by the fact that now I'm recruiting disease healers who keep getting hit by lightning, mind you. But yeah, it's just a way to bother people. You can do so much more through death gems. Yeah, nothing too crazy happens here, but for the sake of not going on forever, I think I'll end it here, and I'll see you guys next time.